Good morning and welcome to my video. Different shaped building behind me because today I'm in Novi Sad. Came down yesterday from Budapest. The bus trip was twice as long as planned because we spent over 5 hours at the border. Oh, it was crazy, but I put my time to good use. So now I've just got one more night in Novi Sad. Yeah, I'd had planned to do a few more things, but I'm just on my way to a walking tour. So stick around and I'll share that with you and all the other things that I get up to here in the city in Serbia. So it's really nice sort of being here before it gets crowded. I just went into that H&M store and it was because I was told it was really beautiful inside, and it was, and I'll show you a photo of the ceiling that I took. But here's the square where I'm meeting my guide this morning. So no doubt she will tell me all about these beautiful buildings. Well, here's the ceiling in that H&M building and the staircase, and I even took a photo of the lights. All very nice.
We have 26 nations living and working together. So almost every second marriage is mixed marriage. So in that sense, we are very open-minded, we're very friendly. I hope you notice that. So yeah, many nations, many religions mixed. Here you have a nice souvenir shop, unique one.
Well, I discovered that I actually didn't hardly take any videos during that walking tour. I was very interested in what she was saying about the history of the buildings, which I'm showing a few of them here, but also the history of Novi Sad and how it was bombed in 1999 by NATO. Certainly things that I didn't know about. So it's great to learn a lot, and there's some photos of what it looked like when the bridge was being bombed. Then it was time to cross the Danube yet again. Well, I've just finished my walking tour and that was really nice. A lovely young girl showed us around just for an hour, told us a bit about the history. Now I'm going to that fortress that's up here behind me. That's the Petrovaradin fortress, and it's hardly been attacked, and when it was attacked it only lasted a few hours and it was all over. It was really built very strong, so I'm going to check it out. Oh, and what I didn't say was this is the Danube River again, so I'm walking across another section of the river. So it's really interesting discovering all these little tunnels on the fortress. Yeah, I can just wander around and explore. It's very cool. This is really cool. Even the galleries in a tunnel. There's actually 16 kilometers of tunnels. How cool is that? You just go and go and go. So the fortress is only just across the river from the city, but already it's rural. We're right on the edge. But Novi Sad has got only a population of 400,000. So yeah, very small city compared with everywhere else I've been. And yeah, you can really get that feeling. It's very peaceful. And this is a unique clock because the long hand and the short hand are swapped around. And the reason for that is so that you could check out the clock from a distance and still tell the time. So that's pretty cool. Back over here is the Danube, of course, and look at all those locks on the fences. Oh my gosh. And funnily enough, they're pretty much all the same sort, so I think there must have been a special on. And yeah, I'm right at the top of the fortress now. It's very nice. There's even a bit of a cool breeze on this 40-degree day. So you can see even down there was some of the fortress or some of the caves and lots of the tunnels that were built. So this is Jovan Bob. He has just been showing me his Facebook
yes,
and
my name is like American, but that's John Bob.
Yes.
But my roots is from Transylvania.
Transylvania, yeah. And this gallery was his father's. His father was a very well-known painter. So he does all sorts of festivals out the front of the studio. And yes, I'm still up in that fortress. So there you go. Yes, and there's all those padlocks again, and the view back over the river was stunning. And yeah, I did take a lot of photos up there because all the caves and everything were really interesting. There's an air vent from some of the caves, and yeah, looking back the other way over the walls and beautiful old buildings. And this is Jovan Bob's studio in there, and there's his Facebook page. So yeah, he was tucked away right in that middle door, so then it was back into town. These are called the fish markets, but fish is not sold anymore. But I did just buy myself a dress. It's so hot, I just got to get something cooler. So like I said just before, it was such a hot day that I went and bought a new dress. Do you like it? I do. It's lovely and cool. It's a perfect length for me. And yeah, I feel so much better now not having to wear long pants, long trousers. So yeah, enjoying the little laneways of Novi Sad. Have a look at this. Aren't they pretty? They're just tucked away, and you can walk down like the nice cool bit in the shade. And yeah, just perfect. So a very nice gentleman let me into the synagogue. It was all locked up, and I asked him. First of all, he said he wanted a donation, and when I said I didn't have any dinner, which is the Serbia currency, he was quite happy to let me in anyway. It's very peaceful in here. No one else is around. Well, it's finally started to cool down on this side, and a 40-something day, and I've come down to the beach in Novi Sad. Like, I'm totally inland. Who would have thought there'd be a beach? But let me show you. So this is the Strand Beach, and it's the Liberty Bridge. Now, on my walk this morning, I found out that NATO actually bombed all the bridges across the Danube, which is the river in front of us, in 1999. So I'll need to look into that a bit more and find out exactly what was going on then in this part of the world in Serbia. You can see everyone's really enjoying it and swimming in the river. Well, that was an interesting time in Novi Sad. I was only there for 2 nights, which was actually enough, being the weather was so hot. I didn't go further out to the national park with all the monasteries. It was just too hot and too awkward to work out the public transport. Their lettering is not Latin, it's I think it's called acrylic. So yeah, I had a few struggles, but I got by, and the people of Novi Sad were so kind. And I'll talk more about that later in my video next when I publish it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and stick around till my next one where I'm heading to another city in Serbia. So cheers for now. See you all soon. Bye. Yep, so here's just a few more pictures. But what I was meaning about the people being generous, well, firstly, I went to buy an ice cream and he'd made it and I didn't have any of the currency. So he said, oh, that's okay, you can just have it, which was really, really sweet. And I did actually go and get some money and take it back. And then when I was on the bus, I didn't have enough, and another lady paid for my bus trip. So, well, that was really kind, and it's just made a nice feel for my visit for Novi Sad.